Do you guys really think I was going to leave you hanging? No. This is part 2 of following the Shawshank Trail, aka the Shawshank Redemption, filming locations. This is going to be the rest of the filming locations, and I added a little bit of bonus footage in there as well. There's a little bit of a disclaimer. When I did the video the first time, a couple years ago, you're going to see some really old clips of me recreating some specific scenes from that movie. So, without further ado, let's go check out part 2 of the Shawshank Redemption filming locations. So after Brooks gets released from prison, he's on the bus and he comes walking down this sidewalk in the next scene. This shot can be seen almost exactly like this, with the top of that building in the background along with this little curved window. Brooks says, "Dear fellas, I can't believe how fast things move on the outside. I saw an automobile once when I was a kid, but now they're everywhere." And he almost gets hit in the middle of this intersection as he's walking across. The guy in the car goes, "Move it, old timer, you want to get killed?" And the car goes by. Then Brooks makes his way across the road. So this creepy building behind me is the Buxton building, downtown Mansfield. This building served as the Brewer Hotel, aka the halfway house, where Brooks Hatland comes to live after he gets released from prison. Let's take a closer look. So contrary to belief, Brooks's bedroom at the halfway house is actually inside the reformatory itself. It's not downtown at the Brewer Hotel like they want you to think it is. That is called movie magic. It's a bed that he would have slept in right there. All this stuff is pretty much still all original. Suitcase right there, and of course we have Brooks was here and so was Red. And right over here says Brooks's room. This right here is part of the original wood rafter that was part of the ceiling that Brooks and Red both carved their name into. It sort of just pans down slowly like this. You can see the top of the building, and then we see Brooks getting ready to go inside. Boy, does this thing look creepy. It says the Buxton block, 1886. God, that's old. And I'm gonna have to run across the road. Here we go. Yeah, movie site. There's one up there. But check this out. Brooks is even here. How cool is that? I'm like 99.9% sure this building is haunted. I kind of want to get in to see what it looks like, but I don't think you can get in. But still cool though, nonetheless. Okay, now I'm downtown Mansfield, and I'm sitting on the bench where Brooks comes to feed the birds in the movie, hoping Jake will show up to say hello, but he never does. Let's take a closer look at this location. So this is the bench right here that Brooks Hatland comes and sits down on after work, and he feeds the birds right here, and he hopes Jake will just show up to say hello, but he doesn't. And in the movie, the scene is sort of like this. Right behind the bench right here, there was a tree you can see very briefly in the background. And Brooks was feeding the birds. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. 25th anniversary outdoor gallery exhibit. Only the 25th anniversary was a couple years ago. So I wonder how long this sign's been sitting here. Okay, we're back at the wood shop now, and that machine right there is the one that Tommy was using as he was yelling at the guys. He goes, "Come on, guys, you're slow. Move like molasses." And then Red's character goes, "We knew from then that we liked him from the start." The wall to the left is the wall that Andy and Red were sitting up against when Andy gets out of solitary for like 2 months after the warden sends him there. He's talking to Red, and he tells him how much he wants to be a free man and how blue the Pacific Ocean is. Alright, I'm going to be super quick about this location, but if you could see Shawshank Prison, aka the Ohio State Reformatory, right there in the middle of your screen, the scene where Andy escapes prison when he crawls through 500 yards of shit, smelling something foul or other. Jesus, these cars are really close to me. But during the scene where he escapes, the prison can be seen off in the background. And as he escapes, he comes out clean as a whistle right here on the other side. This is the little creek that he would have fell out into when he crawled through the tunnel. Yeah, it goes right up through there. Obviously it's overgrown now and you can't really see much, but this isn't on the Shawshank Trail. This was found by somebody online, and I figured I would throw this into my video as well because, you know, him escaping is the entire point of the movie. And as he is escaping, we see that iconic shot of him ripping his clothes off and just pointing his hands up in the air as if he's being thankful for freedom. Yeah, this is the little creek bed that he falls into. Walk over here again and I'll show you guys again the prison from a distance. Yep, right there. That's definitely it. This is definitely the right place. So shout out to those who found it before I was able to get here. Thank you. We're going into the room where Red goes for his parole board meeting. This is the table. Place that in. Rejected. So the chair keeps that in. Pretty big room for an iconic scene where he was denied and he finally gets released. Do you feel you've been rehabilitated? Why, yes, sir, I do. Okay, so those are the exterior shots and the interior shots here at the Shawshank Prison, aka the Ohio State Reformatory, up here in Mansfield. There was a lot of creepy areas, I guess you could say, in this prison. I had a couple cold spots follow me around in some of the areas. Not too happy about it, but hey, I got these cool glasses out of it though. I got them from the gift shop. I don't know if you can see the side of them. It says the Ohio State Reformatory. I needed new sunglasses anyway, so it kind of works out. But anyway, I have a few more locations to hit on the way before we end this video. So let's head out to the next location. Okay, so for this location, this is the pawn shop location that Red comes to just after getting out of prison. You see the Shawshank sign right there. There's a shot of Red walking down the sidewalk here. You can see this building in the background along with the top of that roof. And he stops right here in this window and he contemplates either buying a gun to end his parole and send him back to prison, or get a compass and find out what Andy had left for him at the stash at the oak tree. And there is a shot of from inside of the window, reversed, looking down this alley right here. That pole can be seen along with that white building with the purple top, I guess, can also be seen in the background. So this is inside the foodway that Brooks and Red both worked at. Now over here in this general area is where the checkouts would have been, where they were bagging groceries. The window to the right can be seen, as well as the ceiling is still very distinct from the movie. It looks like nothing had really changed. Hey, there's a painting of Red. So here's what the registers kind of look like now. Almost in the same area, not quite. Just because no one's done this yet, I think it's funny because I'm gonna do it. This is the bathroom inside of the food mart. I wonder if it's the same bathroom that Red came in here and took a piss. Restroom break, boss. Yeah. It's reversed because the urinal was on the left and the sink was on the right. No, they've upgraded. Okay, so we're here at the next location. This is the location of Red's road to Buxton. This road right behind me is the road that he starts walking down after he gets dropped off by the pickup truck. Let's take a closer look. So in this scene, the red pickup truck comes down the road here and sort of stops right here, just where the road kind of curves. And we see Red sitting in the back. Red gets out, he waves to the driver and said, "Much obliged, sir." We can kind of see these trees off in the distance. And as Red is walking down the road, we see this curved road right here in the background. And then Red starts walking down this way, and this is the road to Buxton. There would have been a Buxton sign somewhere right here on the right side of the road. Kind of did a little accurate right here. So right here, Red would have been walking on the side of the road, and as he is walking past the Buxton sign, he takes his hat off, takes his jacket off, puts his jacket around his arm, and he is on his way to the oak tree, following the compass that he had bought from the store previously. So this would have been sort of right here that we see Red on his way to Buxton. Okay, so here we are at another location. This specific location is actually on private property, so I won't be able to show the exact location, but I'm just off the road showing it. And there is no trespassing on this property. It is someone's property, so therefore I will not be going on it. There are, however, in fact, videos online of people trespassing, going through the woods to show this exact location. I am not going to do that. I'm going to be respectful about this and show you the location from the road, respectfully. So as you can see here, we're at another movie site. This is the location of the oak tree towards the end of the movie, where Red goes and he picks up Andy's little stash that he has hidden for him. So this location is on somebody's property. As you can see, it is kind of gated, and there's signs right here that says they have surveillance cameras up. But I'm going to back up a little bit from the other side of the road, kind of show you here. I'm not entirely sure of the exact location in this field. But that tree stood somewhere out here. And unfortunately they had to take the tree down because it was struck by lightning, and they wanted to preserve it for the fans, and half of it got taken down to the prison to be viewed, and then I think that piece got cut up into pieces and they were selling them for fans to have a piece of history. But yeah, this location Red goes and gets Andy's stash. Okay, so here I am at the next location. Towards the end of the movie, after Red goes to the oak tree and finds Andy's stash that he left for him, he finds himself at a bus station, buying a bus ticket to Fort Hancock, Texas, to hopefully go see his friend. I'm currently at the bus station, which is in Ashland, Ohio, and we're gonna take a closer look at the bus station. Okay, so here we are at the thrift store that served as the bus station in the movie. We see Red standing in line, waiting to be served, talking about this is the second time that he's violated parole, but he doubts they'll kick up any fuss over an old timer like him. This thrift store has moved, so there's not really anything inside of it, which is kind of perfect for this view right here. But right there, where that first pole is on your right, and kind of right here to the left is where the desk would have been that he walks up to, and he asks for one ticket to Fort Hancock, Texas, please. So I guess you could call it an over-the-counter shot, but as Red is walking up to the counter to get his ticket, it kind of pans off like this, and we see that awning in the background. And then as he approaches the desk, it kind of stops like this, and the side of this building can be seen in the background as well. And there was a street sign right here, but it got taken up. It's just a little flag now. But yeah, this is the old bus station that he was at. And here is a shot of Byron Hadley getting arrested by the police. So right as Raquel was spilling her beans, somebody else was spilling theirs right here inside of this building. This is the Maine National Bank. We're in Asheville, Ohio. This is the Crosby Advisory Group. This is the bank scene where Andy comes and takes $370,000 of the warden's money. Let's get a closer look and see if we can see the bank vault. So this is the door right here where Andy walks through, strolled in, as I should say, that no one knew who he was. The staff at Crosby Advisory Group allowed me to come in and film for just a few minutes so I could get this shot. But right here is where the desk was set up, where Andy Dufresne, aka Randall Stevens, comes in and closes his account as he's speaking with the bank manager. And the bank vault can clearly be seen in the background, and the lady walks up and asks if there's anything else they can do for him. And then he says, "Please, would you add this to your outgoing mail?" And there's a shot like that you can see through the back of the bank there. Okay, so here we are with the final filming location in Ohio for the movie. Check this out. This is Red's bus ride scene. He's leaning out the window talking about the enjoyment of finally being a free man and in hopes of getting to Mexico to see his friend and hopefully shake his hand. Let's take a closer look at this location. So Red would have been traveling down this road right here in the bus, and it comes up to a shot right about here, as we can see the bus finally going off in the distance. Red is on his way to Fort Hancock, Texas. Okay, I think it's going to be a wrap on the filming locations for the movie Shawshank Redemption. Thank you guys so much for following me around today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your opinion was about this movie, because it's arguably one of the greatest movies of all time. Not gonna lie. Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, Boggs, whatever. But yeah, that's a wrap, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.